Hi there, this is Trisha, and I'm going to go over the trades that I took on Friday, January 23rd. I took 3 trades using my scalp setups, and you can check those out at www.easyemintrade.com. I used 3 charts for confirmation with indicators before ever taking a trade. Helps for higher odds trades, and that's what works for me. So the first trade that I took was at 11:14, and we have divergence. We have price going sideways, our indicator going up, and we have a long scalp setting up. So I got filled over here with a market order, and I used my trail stop method. Moved my stop actually here to here to here, and then got stopped out over here for a gain of 2. And I want to show you on this next chart. This is our longer tick chart, and you all know that I draw in my high, my low, and my close from the day before. So this yellow line is the close from the day before. And so already knowing the trade that I'm in, that I just showed you on my smaller tick chart, this bar here where this arrow is, that is where the setup occurred. And you can see that it's very close to the low of the day before. So realistically, you're not going to get very much of a move until it breaks through that. And you can see that, you know, we kept hitting that, hitting that, and then finally broke out here at almost, you know, 1:45. But these are things that you want to be aware of when you are in those trades. You can see that, yeah, we had a gain of 2, but you're really not going to get a whole lot more than that, only because of where, and I shouldn't say you're not going to get a whole lot more than that. Chances are you're not going to get a whole lot more than where the low of the day before was, if that is very close. You can see, you know, it's very close to that. And so taking that trade, you know, I'm aware of that ahead of time. I'm aware where the high, low, and the close from the day before are. So, you know I'm not expecting a huge move. It's really unlikely that you're just going to, you know, just bust through that on one bar. It can happen, but it's just not likely. So, you know, taking this trade here when it's set up, I already know where the low of my day before is, knowing that, you know, chances are that I am going to get trail stopped out, you know, pretty quickly. So that's all right with me. It still was a gain. So that's why you want to know those things and move your stops accordingly and quickly, because you might move your stops a lot quicker, you know, maybe trailing up, you know, right behind it at a point, you know, however you want to do it, or a quarter. Just knowing those things for reference purposes is important, in my opinion. This is a trade that I took at 112, and we have divergence on our indicator. Price going sideways, indicator going higher. Everything is in alignment to take this long scalp that is setting up. So I actually got filled over here at 824.75 and trail stop, and got stopped out over here at 828.25 with a gain of 3.5. This is a trade that I took at 13.59, 13.58. It was like I think when I actually got filled, it was toward the end part of 13.59. But regardless, we've got our divergence on our indicator. It's going higher. Price is going sideways. Then we get our long scalp setup occurring on this vertical bar, and I got filled over here. And I got in at 8.33. And again, I'll show you on the next chart of things that you want to be aware of. So what I did was I exited, actually got out over here, and I just hit a market order and I exited. And I'll tell you why. I actually got filled over here. I exited at 835.25, so that was a gain of 2.25. You can see here that our price is going higher, but now our indicator is going lower. So we've got divergence here going in the opposite direction of are long. So that's just something that you want to be aware of. Also, you can see that we have momentum slowing on our scalp indicator. So, you know, we've got these momentum bars getting smaller and smaller while price is still going higher. So realistically, you know, it's going, you know, all these things combined means, in my opinion, that the price is usually going to go in the opposite direction. So, again, we have our longer tick chart with our high, our low, and our close from the day before, and you can see our high of the day before is right above this bar, is the one that got us in here where this green arrow is. So again, these are things that you need to know. So when I saw those things occurring here and here and here, knowing that the high of the day before is right above me, and you can certainly draw the high, the low, and the close of the day before on your smaller tick chart if that's easier for you to watch. It's just a matter of preference where you want to put that. You can put it on your smaller minute chart, your longer tick chart, your smaller tick chart, wherever you're more apt to notice where those reference points are. So anyway, because that high was right above me and I saw these occurrences, I just hit a market order and exited. And obviously that was the right choice. So, once again, here's the high from the day before, and you can see, those are usually always points where you're going to get a stall and a reversal. Might be it could be a very quick stall or a small reversal, but regardless, you can usually anticipate that that's going to happen. And then you can see here on the close from the day before, you get price stalling there as well. So again, just things to be aware of and things that I want to point out that I watch in addition to our setups. Also, I have not been getting many of the longer tick chart setups, and the reason why is, I must admit, I've been lazy about it because I don't have the automatic trend lines with Sierra, so I have to draw them on by hand. And I've just been lazy about it, and I'm happy with using the scalp setups right now, but I am trying to come up with something for the automatic trend lines in Sierra, and just as soon as I do, I will be watching for those as well. But that does not mean that you guys using those automatic trend lines with TradeStation or eSignal or any of your other providers can't take those trades. Once you get the breakout of the automatic trend line, then you just drill down to your smaller tick charts as usual and look for those setups. The only difference is that you don't need that scalp indicator firing off in order to take those trades. So anyway, took 3 trades today, a gain of 2 on the first one, plus 3.5 on the second, and 2 1/4 on the third, for a gain of 7 3/4. And you all know that I usually don't trade on Friday afternoon, but this week I was kind of stuck here waiting on a repair person for my dishwasher, so I just sat here and I figured if something occurred, then I would take it. So I'm glad I did. So anyway, we will see you guys on Monday.